Riddle me this, Batman. No, seriously, guys. Someone tell me something. Where did the pride in our industry go? Nowadays, you hear a lot of the older truck drivers and guys like me that were trained by the older generation of truck drivers, that there's no pride left in this industry. Nowadays, everybody that comes out of these schools are just honestly glorified steering wheel holders. They don't take pride in what they do anymore. You know, you find the guys like me or like these older drivers, and we still take a lot of pride in what we do for a living. You know, it takes a special breed to come out here and drive a truck over the road, uh, but then to take those same guys and stick them in the oil field, you know, you're pretty much up in the level of what you need to complete our job safely out here. So we see a lot of guys come through the oil field with all companies that just they don't take any pride in what they do anymore. They ride around in trucks that are filthy, trailers are filthy, uh, hoses all taped up. They don't take responsibility anymore. So where'd the pride go in the transportation industry? Personally, if you can't take pride in what you do for a living, whether you see it as a job or a career, then you don't need to be doing it. If you can't take pride in the fact that you drive a truck for a living, you don't need to be doing it. That's personal opinion. You may be a great driver as far as holding that steering wheel and going up the road. That don't make you a truck driver. If you take pride in what you do, whether it's a career, whether it's just a job to get you through, but you take pride in what you do. You get up every day and say, you know what, I'm going to do this the best I can today. It's not just going to help move you forward in that job or career that you have chosen. It's going to move you forward in life. I know that when I was in North Dakota in management, guys that I promoted took pride in what they done. They may not had the education or the experience level that some of the other applicants had, but they took pride in what they done. They took it seriously, and they stepped out there every day and did everything they could to make sure that what they were doing was the best they could do. They gave it 110% every day, and they took pride in what they were doing. You know, they got up and said, you know, that was their mentality. We have a mentality in this industry now that is, you know, well, screw the other guy, and screw this dispatcher, and screw these people, and oh, I'm not stopping to help this guy, or I'm not doing this. And you see it in the oil field all the time. Someone's blower break down. No one, you'll have 5 guys tell them, no, I'm not helping. We've lost something in this industry that we need to find again. And that's period, all the way across the board, whether it's local, regional, over the road, oil field, dry box, step deck, flatbed, don't matter. We've lost something in this industry that has quite honestly caused a bit of a downfall in this industry. There's no pride left in it. There's no one coming out of these schools. You know, you see these guys come out of schools with CR England and Swift and JB Hunt and CRST and all them. They ain't got no pride in what they're doing. They don't give a shit. It's a paycheck to them. And then you run into these older guys, and I'll tell you what brought up this video is there's a guy over here in this truck next to me. He's got a big big, nice Peterbilt, big long nose. And we were standing out here talking, and to talk to him about what he's doing, he's pulling a step deck. You could quite literally hear the pride in his voice. Yep, I own that truck. He took pride in that. He worked hard for that. We have owner operators now that they don't give a shit. They paid $25,000 for a truck, and all they're going to do is run it until it blows up. They're not going to service it. They don't take any pride in it. It's the dirtiest damn thing you ever seen. And then you got guys like me. I'm a company driver. I'll get out and I got my wheels and tanks polished. I done that. Got the truck washed. Inside the truck's clean. And take pride in what I do and how I'm viewed as a truck driver. So when you get up in the morning and you get ready to go do what you're going to do, whatever your career choice is, ask yourself something. Do I enjoy what I do? Can I do this for the rest of my life? And do I take pride in doing what I'm doing? If you honestly answer no to any one of those three, stop what the hell you're doing and find something else. Do us all a big favor and just step your rear right out of the truck, pack your stuff up, and go find something else to do. Go drive over the road for one of those bigger companies, because you're probably going to be happier being a steering wheel holder somewhere than you're ever going to be trying to be a fake ass truck driver somewhere else. Guy to my left, big long nose Pete. Two guys to my right work for the same company. I'm not going to mention the company just because I'm not, but it's how this whole video come up. This guy had pride that he bought that truck, that he owned it, it's paid, he owns it, it's paid off. These two over here, I talked to him for about 5 minutes. I was done. I'd gotten to the point where I wanted to smack the one in the mouth, because he's just that guy. He's a cocky steering wheel holder that, you know, he runs over the road. He has no idea what it's like to actually be a truck driver. You know, I asked him if he did his pre-trip this morning, and this is what started. He goes, I do my pre-trip every day. I said, really? I said, what was your oil at? Well, it was good. Where was it at? Was it full? Was it quart low? Was it a gallon low? Where was it? Oh, I didn't look at it that close. You know, I said, what do you got in that thing? It's a friggin' automatic. He goes, what do you got? I said, oh, we got 18 speeds. He goes, oh, I wouldn't know how to run one of those. He goes, I'm an automatic only guy. I was like, you ain't no truck driver. I was done talking to him. I went back over and talked to the guy, and Pete's got some damn common sense. Two guys to my right take no pride in what they do. They don't care. This is a job to them. It's a paycheck. It's a means to an end. Guy to my left is a truck driver. He's probably going to drive that damn Peterbilt for another 10 years. Or at least until that one gets too expensive to fix, and he's probably going to buy him another one. Because this is what he wants to do. This is how he makes a living. This is what he does to support his family. This is what I do to support my family. I climb up in this truck for 6 weeks at a time, take my butt wherever they need me to go, haul as much of it as I can, train as many as I can, and I take pride in what I do. You can ask anybody I've trained. I take serious pride in training people. When I see them a month, a week, 3 days after I've trained them, and they're doing things the way it's supposed to be done, and they're getting better, I take a lot of pride in that. That means I've done something right. And that means the guy that I put out there took enough, I guess, listened, and took enough pride in himself to listen. He's doing his job right, and he's getting better at it. I take a lot of pride in that. I love seeing these guys that I've trained over, not just here at Brady. I still got guys I talked to from years ago. And to see them advancing in their career. You know, I got a couple guys I was talking to the other day. They're brothers. They just bought a truck. They bought them a brand new W900. They're running team. They got them a dedicated route, and it's a serious long one. They run from freaking Seattle, Washington to Miami, Florida to Ferndale, Washington. I mean, that is a stupid long run, and these guys, it's dedicated. It's theirs. That's what they do. You know, they went straight to the source, straight to the company. They took pride in what they wanted to do, figured out what they wanted to do and what they needed to do to get there, and they done it. So where did the pride go? Everyone's going to have a different answer for that. Me, personally, it's just that generation. It's gotten to the point in this industry that they don't care if they have truck drivers anymore, as long as someone's holding that steering wheel. And that's a big problem with a lot of these companies. And that goes back to perception. I harp on it. Drivers don't have pride in what they do, so their equipment looks bad, they look bad. Therefore, it gives a perception that the company is bad. You know, you look at companies like Swift and CR England and CRST and JB Hunt, Schneider, these mega carriers, and they got some really good truck drivers that work for them, but they're all considered bad because of the perception of their company, because of this group of people have no pride. They don't care. And that's, in my opinion, where a lot of this has gone, is these companies have pretty much put forth we don't care who we hire as long as there's someone in the seat. They're more worried about making this almighty dollar and growing this company and making it this super mega whatever, and not really taking care of a customer anymore. That's one thing that I like about where I work, is we're a growing company, but executive management here has pretty much figured it out that we don't have to be this mega carrier. We want to take care of our drivers. We want our drivers to have pride in us, or we want to have pride in our drivers, and we want them to have pride in us, so we can make, again, guys, I'm just a truck driver, and I can talk to anybody, from quite literally my operations manager in Odessa clear up to the CEO if I had to. I've never had a reason to call Mr. Johnson and say, oh, I ain't getting anything done down here, because it never goes that far. They take pride in their drivers. I take pride in the company I work for. So I try to do the best job I can for Brady, because Brady does the best job they can for me. I've not had an issue with them. Every time I've gone in and talked to Larry Ridge or Mike Crocker, and I've got any kind of issue, or I got an idea or whatever, they take the time to listen to me. And if I got an issue, they take the time to get that issue resolved, and they get it resolved quickly. I've never, if I went in and talked to Larry Ridge and I said, hey, this is what's going on, I've never had to go over his head to Mike Crocker, our terminal manager, and say, well, Larry ain't taking care of this. It's never happened. Never. When I've gone in, like if Larry was off and I went in and talked to Mike Crocker and said, hey, this is what's going on, or hey, I got this idea, I've never had to go over his head because he didn't step up and say, okay, let me get into this and see what I can do. They take pride in what they're doing as managers and who they're doing it for. That translates into they take pride in their drivers and making sure that we're taken care of. And when we're taken care of, we take care of them. I take pride in working for who I'm working for and what I'm doing, and I try to do it to the best of my ability. So, to finish this all up, to sum it all up, take pride in what you do, because you'll do it better. And you'll feel better about yourself and what you do if you do that. If you don't have pride in what you're doing, quit doing it. Quit wasting my time. Quit wasting companies' times. Quit wasting your family's time. You're going to go and stay away from your family for weeks on end and be miserable. You are freaking crazy. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do as a human being, is to sacrifice time with your family for something you don't enjoy doing. So not only you're miserable, you're not around your family as often as you want to be, but now you're doing a job that you have no pride in. Especially if you're driving a truck. There's so many damn truck driving jobs you can get home every night. Go do that. Go drive around Dallas, do that local crap so guys like me ain't got to do it. I can't do that local stuff. Anyways, I tried it. Just so you know. Wasn't for me. I took pride in the fact I was driving a truck. I didn't take pride in what I was doing. So I quit. I came to Brady. So guys, seriously, if you don't get up in the morning and say, oh yeah, here we go, there ain't no sense in damn doing it, man. If you have absolutely no pride in what you're doing, stop doing it. Go do something else. Now, as always, or as most always, I don't do these videos because Brady asked me to do them. I do take video requests, but please be aware, there are some videos I am just not going to do. So be aware when you're asking me to do a video that it is, one, appropriate, and two, obviously my videos are based on my opinion. I have done a couple select videos that Brady has asked me to do. Our annual driver survey. I think that's it, actually. Yeah, I think that's it. I'd have to go back and look. Oh no, benefits. I did the benefits one. My bad. I don't do these videos for Brady. I do them for me. I do them to put some information out there. Obviously, you can tell I'm opinionated as all get out. And I don't pull punches. If management doesn't like what I have to say on my videos, then don't watch them. But then again, I also feel like the videos, if they do see them, sometimes some things come out of my mouth that make sense. Not always, sometimes. If you call recruiting, you don't need to use my name. You let Jason know that you watch the videos, but I don't need the recruiting bonus. I don't want the recruiting bonus. That's not why I do these, and I feel like any driver that's out there recruiting you just to get that bonus is probably going to bullshit you just to get that bonus. So please don't. And guys, don't be afraid to contact me. I've had like 3 guys do it just over the last 24 hours. You shoot me a comment that you want to get with me and talk to me, on the phone. All you got to do is shoot me a comment on here, and I'll reply to it, and we'll get emails exchanged or whatever, and I'll call you. I'll talk to you on the phone. I ain't scared to do that. And I'll give you I'll give you all the information I can, as accurate as I can, and if I don't know, I'll find out and call you back. But until next time, guys, keep it safe out there. Watch where you're going. Take pride.